So, now you know what we are, now you know what you are.
So this is a little bit of a different video. I'm here actually to talk about an upcoming event that's happening right here in the UK, and this is going to be a convention in Manchester on the 19th and 20th of October 2019 called For the Love of Horror. And this is actually a Lost Boys kind of experience, although there are other kind of people there as well, which we'll talk about. So The Love of Horror is by Monopoly Events and is a horror convention over the weekend of the 19th and 20th October 2019. There's going to be a whole host of celebrities there that you can meet, have photos with, signatures, that sort of thing, along with special effects, demonstrations, cosplayers, quizzes, all sorts of stuff basically. Obviously there's going to be lots of kind of merchandise to kind of buy. So yeah, they've actually invited me to attend this event, and I'm actually going to be either myself, or I may well send someone else if I can't go myself, because I live literally the other side of the country, to a kind of a press evening the night before as well. So we'll come on to that, because I'm going to give you guys a chance to ask some some questions to these guys. So we'll come on to that, but let's just go through who is in attendance first of all. So the big draw here is going to be the Lost Boys, and we're going to be talking about that first of all. So the biggest name ticket, I would say, is going to be Kiefer Sutherland, who obviously is David from the Lost Boys, but he's been known in a whole host of things. Obviously 24 is kind of another big fan of that show, and he is only there on Sunday, and he's only there for a limited time. So if you do want to kind of meet Kiefer Sutherland, you will have to kind of book it early. So I will leave links to these things in the description below, so please go check it out. You've also got Billy Wirth, who played the vampire Dwayne. You've got Jason Patric, who played Michael, obviously our kind of protagonist against kind of like Kiefer Sutherland's David, so he's going to be there. You've also got Jason Newlander, who plays Alan Frog, one of the Frog brothers of course, and also you have Tim Cappello, who you may know as the kind of the muscled saxophone player on the beach, and he's actually going to be performing live at this event, along with G. Tom Mack, best known for Cry Little Sister, and he again will be performing live. So you will actually get a two kind of live musical performances to do with kind of the Lost Boys. So that sounds pretty fun. Now there's also the possibility of Alex Winter, who was also one of the vampires, and also probably best known for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Now I'm not 100% sure if he's going to attend, because he wasn't on the press release that the company sent me, but he is listed as a guest on the website. So I don't know if he was came kind of added on later on, or he's cancelled. So he may or may not be there. I'm not 100% sure about that one. But outside of the Lost Boys, if you're not interested in the Lost Boys, there are plenty of guests that you're going to want to meet. So we've got Tony Todd, really a horror icon nowadays. Obviously probably be best known for Candyman, but obviously he was in the Night of the Living Dead remake, and a whole host of kind of low budget horror movies. If you're a Saw fan, they've got you covered here as well. You've got Tobin Bell, obviously Jigsaw himself, is going to be there, along with Shawnee Smith and Costas Mandylor. So you've got three actors from the Saw franchise, and both of those guys have all of them have been in plenty of other kind of like movies as well. If you're a kind of a fan of the more grindhouse style horror films, we've got Sid Haig and Bill Moseley from movies like House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, again with a whole lot more as well. And you've got Fred Decker, who you may know as the man behind kind of 80s classic movies like Monster Squad and Night of the Creeps. And that is not all, there are other guests there as well. So you can meet all of these people. Obviously, like I've said, if you can pre-book kind of photo opportunities and signatures, which I probably recommend you do, particularly with Kiefer Sutherland and probably Jason Patric. And apparently the actual, they're building like a Lost Boys set, which you can kind of get your photos taken against, which I think will be pretty cool. So there you go. So yeah, please, obviously, if you're interested, I'll leave the link in the description box below. Go check it out, sign up, and the last thing I was going to say was, so I have actually been invited to this event. They actually contacted me and asked if I wanted to attend, and there is actually going to be a press evening for members of the press, of which I am one apparently, and you can ask like a Q&A section specifically with the guests. Now, I don't think Kiefer Sutherland will be there because he's only going to be there on the Sunday, and this is on a Friday, but everyone else, I will assume, will be at this press event. So if you want to ask any questions to the remaining cast of the Lost Boys, Tony Todd, Tobin Bell, Sid Haig, Bill Moseley, etc., please drop them in the comments below if you want us to ask a question on your behalf. I'm not quite sure how much time we'll get, but we'll give it a go. So please ask some interesting questions for anyone on that list. Yeah, and that is it. And if for whatever reason I am not able to attend this event, I will be looking for someone to go on behalf of the Geek Legion of Doom and actually be at this event for me and go to the press evening. So if that's something you're interested in doing, please let me know and we can have a discussion. And if I can't go, I may well ask one of you to on my behalf. Anyway, thanks for watching and bye for now.